Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1986. Today, we're going to talk about Dark Castle. The story of Dark Castle takes us to a company named Silicon Beach Software. Silicon Beach Software is an American software developer founded in 1984 by husband and wife Charlie and Haley Jackson. The company's main goal was to create software for the Macintosh computer. The company started releasing video games for the Macintosh in 1984, starting with Enchanted Scepters. Enchanted Scepters is an adventure game where the player must find the 4 elemental scepters hidden across the kingdom and return them to the wizard. The game has the player use the mouse to control several aspects of the game, including clicking on objects to use them. For Dark Castle, Silicon Beach Software turned to Mark Pierce and Jonathan Gay, 2 young American programmers who were new to video game programming. The game would feature sound from Eric Zucker, who worked with voice actor Dick Knoll. Dark Castle is a platform game. The player plays as Prince Duncan. Prince Duncan must travel through the castle to make it to the evil Black Knight's throne room. Prince Duncan has the ability to run, duck, and jump, as well as throw stones at his enemies. Duncan can be poisoned by rats and bats throughout the castle, but there are elixirs that can be used to cure the poison. Duncan can also get dizzy if he walks into a wall or falls a short distance, making him susceptible to attack. There are 4 sections of the castle, known as Fireball, Shield, Trouble, and Black Knight. By exploring these areas, the player can get access to upgrades. After getting these upgrades, Duncan will also have access to a shield and gain the ability to throw fireballs. Dark Castle uses a unique control scheme for the time. It may be the first game to use the keyboard buttons of W, A, S, and D for movement, as well as the mouse to control the trajectory and launching of projectiles. Silicon Beach Software released Dark Castle to Macintosh computers in 1986. That is a brief backstory to Dark Castle. With that told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This is the Dark Castle, or just Dark Castle. And we get some music to go along with it. This is the game! Let's just go ahead and head in. We have the scores of merit. This is known as the scores of merit screen. We do have quite a bit of information to go through once we are in. I'll try to go through it quickly because we've already kind of discussed it and it kind of takes a while. But we'll click on info here. Here we get as much information as I've basically talked about already. We have Jonathan Gay, Mark Stephen Price, Eric, I went with Zucker. It's real sound, trademark, and voice characterizations by Dick Knoll. He'll be making the meh sounds as we go forward. This is a little bit of information. There's copyright 1986, Silicon Beach Software. We talked about that already. Let's click on more, and now we have kind of an introduction. So let's go through the introduction. Now you've done it. Did you really have to volunteer to go in after the Black Knight? You know what happened to the last warrior who did? Well, in your quest, you'll quickly discover that the Dark Castle has 4 areas called Trouble, Fireball, Shield, and Black Knight. From the Great Hall, you enter these areas by choosing one of the 4 doors. Pressing a key from 1 through 4 chooses a door. The 1 and 2 doors randomly choose the Trouble or Fireball areas. The 3 key chooses the Black Knight's chambers, and the 4 key sends you on your way to the Shield room. Beware, the castle is infested with plague-ridden bats and rats, thereby to usually mean instant death. If you manage to reach the Black Knight, he can be defeated by toppling his throne. Almost certain failure awaits you if you enter his chambers without the fireball, shield, and lots of rocks and elixir. Little is known about all the pitfalls that await you, hardy adventurer, so you will have to rely on your quick wits and fast reactions to stay alive. The folks in the village have heard many rumors, though. The wizard was once seen hurling fireballs. Could he be the secret to obtaining them? the peasants whisper of a magical shield that can render the owner invisible to dangerous objects for a short time. And they talk of rumors that the wizard once concocted a batch of magical elixir, which contains an antidote to the plague caused by the many rats and bats in the castle. A year ago, a wandering minstrel sang about a brave warrior who battled the Black Knight with only the rocks he had in many little bags. He failed, though he did find that there is a key at the bottom of the dungeon that will unlock the door back into the Great Hall. And then we have kind of the setup here, WASD. They kind of have to explain that. It's kind of the first time, but I'm used to it. We'll see if that helps me any, though. You can use 2 buttons at the same time. It'll just kind of stack. So as you approach a ladder, as they're showing here, you want to hold up and right. And as soon as he gets in range, he will go up. So that's kind of the idea there. Spacebar, you can jump kind of 3 different ways. The standing jump goes higher, but you don't go anywhere. Running is the most distance, and then you can go down by holding down. Then you can use the mouse to throw the rocks. Basically, I'm going to be moving this and like this, and aiming. He'll point the way that he's going to throw it, and then I can throw. Action key is on Q. That's going to be getting objects, switches, chains, that kind of things. Hold the button down to activate things. E is duck. Tab is the menu. Command Q quits the game. And then here's how the scoring works. We're not super interested in the scoring. We'll see what I can do, but the chances are I'm not going to be able to do it very well. This game is not easy. I've been saying that a lot, but it's still true. There's lots of enemies. These are the ones that go, me. These are all very scary to me. Like even that bat and the vulture, they're scary. And then, yeah, we will not be toppling the Black Knight's throne. We'll talk about that. But then we can go back to the main screen. We can do the demo here. Demo is way better than me. And it'll basically show me the whole game if I let it. But it starts in trouble, which is where we would like to start. And then, as you can see, the door locks behind him. He's kind of throwing and trying to take out those bats. Not going to take out the rats at all? No, apparently not. Yeah. All right, picked up some more rocks. More rocks, and then takes out the guard. That's important. You have to do that before you head down. And then, waiting for the guard to get back up so you can hit him again. And then trying to make progress. You can jump faster than you can run. I'm not sure I will be using that too much, but that is the way that the game goes. Then you have to climb up there. And then you made it to number 2. We'll follow him all the way to the end of Trouble. But I believe that, he keeps going. It's just to make you feel bad about yourself. Because what he is doing is very difficult. This guy has a lot of practice in the game before he showed this off. Why the guard didn't shoot, I'm not entirely sure, but he's maxed out on rocks now. 86 rocks. Once you have 80 picking stuff up, it just won't work. You can't pick anything up anymore. Alright, more guards now. He's got a really good aim. And there's an elixir for him. Yeah, you can see the little bags are rocks, and then the elixirs look like small little potions. Alright, so this is the last screen of Trouble. There's the key to get back. Right, but he's behind the whip guy. Go! Morningstar? Nope, didn't work. Timed it wrong. And then he goes again. Alright, after seeing the demo just absolutely smash the first level, let's see me fail to do it. Let's stick on beginner, hit play, and see what I can do. Alright, so we have the 4 rooms. I'm going to hit number 1 and hope that it takes me to Trouble. That is the easier of the 2. It did! Hooray! Alright, take you out. There we go. That guy aimed very well. There, we got him, and then, all right, No. There we go. Let's head down. Once you're on the stairs, you can no longer throw rocks. Face this way. There we go. And no, like I can't. He snuck up on me. And there's one of my lives. I told you that this game is not easy, right? All right, then. There, no. And he got me. Oh, they made it look so easy, didn't they? All right, like there. There we go. And then, oh. And there. Okay. And whatever was there is gone now. So we'll go down these stairs. And we'll pick this up. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll go down here. And I don't have the option to get the other thing. All right. There we go. And why? There was a ledge there? There was a ledge there. I did not realize there was a ledge there. And down I go again because the bat got me. Is this worthy of merit? Alright, got you. And I can't get rid of you. Alright, no! Okay, get over here and grab this. He didn't say yeah, but I did get it. And I'm on my last life already, and I haven't even made it out of the first screen. Okay. No? Yeah. There, yeah. Okay. And then all right, now we jump for it and die. Oh, bad. That's what that was. That was just bad. This game, like, the demo made it look so easy, right? We'll go a couple times, but oh, this one's going to be difficult. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Right? Okay. 1 and 2. Don't know why standing at the same spot, throwing the rock at the same angle from the same spot had 2 different outcomes, but it did. Okay, nothing spawned on me right there. That's always nice. Okay, and then grab that. Grab that. Okay. And nope. Maybe I can get rid of these rats first. There we go. Okay. He's gonna get back up. Okay. There. Okay, duck. No, it dropped on me. I didn't expect it to drop. Oh. Okay, no, up. Okay. All right, head down here. Oh, I can't pick up more rocks already. So he grunted at me. It's too heavy. Okay. Now we take out this guy again. Okay. Up. And we made it to the second screen. There we go. Okay. The bat's after me. Okay. We're making a break for it. No, I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy. No, the bat got me. At least they start me here again. There we go. Nope. Yeah, he dies. He can't survive that fall. Mouse is messing with me a little bit, but we'll get there. Okay. What? How did I miss that? Okay. And I missed that one too. Still bad. All right, let's do one more. This is on beginner. This just takes so much practice to be able to get some of these things down. Okay. Let's go over here. And this is Fireball, which I did say was harder, right? Okay, jump for it. I fell and died. I think Fireball does allow me to just leave, yeah, and kind of come back. But yeah, Fireball, much harder. You saw that they had like, yeah, we'll try it again. I think it is supposed to be random each time. Okay, then. Nope, it will come for me on the ropes as well. And I do need to try to kill all of them, but they will respawn. Come on. Okay. And I fell. And I'm dizzy for a while. And I finally survived being dizzy? Duck! No! Oh, man. Oh, man! Down I go again. This game. Yeah, there we go. I'm out of rocks. Okay. I need the rocks. No! There we go. No. Okay, I need over here. Duck. I jumped because I had to, but then he didn't go up the way that he was supposed to. Oh, hard. I think that's about all I got in me today. What, does enter not work? Oh, there we go. Okay. That's a difficult game. So I'm going to go ahead and need to stop here because I am not particularly good at this game. But I'm going to go ahead and try to give the game a modern review as best as I can, considering how bad I am at a difficult platformer. But I'll see you on the other side of that. That's the gameplay, and with the gameplay, it's time to talk about how it holds up today. Playing the game today, I'm not entirely sure what to say about the game. I had quite a bit of difficulty, And I did practice. I do try to practice these games at least a little bit before I get into it, but this was going to require so much practice that even the hour or so that I spent trying to get good at the game just doesn't feel like enough at all. And it felt like I was just coming in fresh because there are certain aspects of the game that are very difficult, and controlling your character is one of them. So did I have fun? I had a little bit of fun playing the game, but ultimately the difficulty of controlling the character, getting him to do exactly what I wanted him to do, was the biggest point holding me back from saying that I had more fun or to keep me going in the game. It just requires so much practice, so much memorization, so much basically pre-planning before you can get into the game and kind of make progress, right? And that's why I wanted to show off the demo and how easy they make that look, which just makes you feel worse about yourself. But, you know, you have to kind of know, all right, this part I have to jump. So I have to clear all these rats first, but then the rats respawn. I have to clear all the vultures above my head. Otherwise, they're going to get me while I'm climbing the ropes. I can't really jump back onto the ropes. It's difficult. There's just a lot that you have to memorize before you get into the game. And although the control scheme is set up well, right? WASD, Q and E, and the mouse. I think that is really good. I like that setup. I was really looking forward to this. The way that the character functions as a result of that is very difficult. And I know some of you are looking at this thinking, well, it plays like a game that I'm familiar with, or at least have seen before. So this one should also be fairly easy. To some extent, I understand that thought process, but I would say that it just feels so much more stilted here. The character really just kind of goes full speed. You got to throw things at specific angles and kind of hope for the best. Now, you don't have to use the mouse to throw. They did recommend also using like 1 through 8 for primary things, and then hitting plus and minus to make micro adjustments on it. And maybe that would make things easier, but it just having kind of those set positions with the mouse made it difficult to aim a lot of times. And it's just like, well, he's between those two spots where I want to hit him, so how do I throw it? And then there were times when, you know, throwing the stone from the same spot at the same angle gave me 2 different results. So it is a difficult game, and I think it is intentionally meant to be that way. After all, we watched the demo basically go through a quarter of the game. There's 4 different areas. They each have 3 stages like that. So in order to make the game last longer, it has to be super difficult. And that is good for experienced players, but for newbies like me coming into it, it makes it very difficult. All right, so gameplay, too difficult. That's the way that I would put it. Graphics, I think the graphics are actually pretty good. I think they're actually really good. The way that they hold up on the Macintosh, even though there's no color, I don't mind no color if you can have details, and this was a detailed game. In terms of the sound and the music, it was okay. The music to start, right, was very classic music that I think is copyright free even by that point. And then the sounds in the game, yeah, they were a little off for me, right? You hear the music just go, meh, and then that was it. Not necessarily memorable, but not necessarily intended to be. I think that the Macintosh could have had background music that whole time, but it kind of just chose not to. The game, I think, ultimately did not age well, primarily because of the difficulty, but there are going to be people out there that specifically look for very difficult games and will try to practice this game enough to make it easy for them, and then will say that it's not very difficult. But coming in fresh, this is a very difficult game, and I think that's going to hold a lot of people back from wanting to play this game for a long period of time. So ultimately, would I recommend this game to a modern gamer that didn't grow up with it? And I think the answer is no. If you did grow up with it, you'll probably have more fun with it. But for somebody coming in fresh, this probably doesn't have a ton for you in terms of a fun factor. So I would not recommend it to players that already haven't played it. And that's my modern take on the game. When Dark Castle was released, the game was popular. It would go on to sell hundreds of thousands of copies. The game was also reviewed well at the time. In particular, the graphics and sound were praised. However, some reviewers found the control scheme of the game to be too difficult to use. Dark Castle would receive ports, sequels, and a remake. We will keep an eye on these as we continue. As for Silicon Beach Software, they would continue to create software for the Macintosh. Silicon Beach Software would go on to create Super Paint in 1986 for the Macintosh. Super Paint is a graphics program for the Macintosh that combined the features present in Mac Paint and Mac Draw, as well as several of its own features. It is seen as a pioneering software for desktop publishing and would become what Silicon Beach Software is best known for. Though their most famous software would not be video games, we will hear from Silicon Beach Software again, though only briefly. As for Mark Pierce and Jonathan Gay, they would also have their greatest success outside of the world of video games, but we will hear from these two again briefly as we continue. That will do it for the story of Dark Castle for now. My name is Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video when we go for a night shoot.